Ludovica Rocchi
R Collection Hotels.
Mancava un pezzo.
Quasi finita. Ben arrivata.
Welcome. Thank you very much for the invitation. Where should we start from? You know, just tell me what you want. Well, you are on the lake, and apart from how beautiful the lake is, as we heard this morning, there's great hype on the lake. How did you establish the group? Well, the group was established a few years ago because, well, I'm part of the third generation. It originated with my grandfather at the end of the 70s and beginning of 80s. He was in the textile world, but he actually had this passion for hospitality. So you are the second telling us about the textile sector as a sector of origin. But we abandoned that now. Yes, possibly. That's just like for training. Hence, at the beginning of the 1980s, he bought the Grand Hotel Victoria on Lake Como in Menaggio, which we took back for management in 2019. We completed the 3 years of restructuring works, and then we reopened. We started from there, but since we were in the fashion world, we actually bought facilities, but then as a pure investment, leaving management to third parties. Around the year 2000, when my father actually joined the company, we started to take up some old management systems of our own properties. In 2012, we actually established the R Collection brand. I started working all around the world. I worked for Four Seasons Roccoforte. I studied in Switzerland at the hospitality business school Vion. And 8 years ago, back in 2017, I actually joined the company. And when I joined, we had 4 facilities under management. Currently, we have 12. Some are directly owned and managed, and others are not owned, but under our management. We have about 600 keys, and we have about 1,000 employees and staff. So currently, that's our job. It was just a real estate investment before, or a passion, as my father always said. Now it's our job. And so you joined 7 years ago. Yeah, almost 8. Yes, this is the 8th year. So after all this experience, what could you bring in from your experience abroad, which you wanted to apply and bring into this group? Well, and my idea, the goal was to explore as many departments as possible. I could do that. So I arranged from the front line into the back office, events, PR, communication, sales. and also the frontline, front office, concierge, spa receptionist segments. That was truly fundamental for me. 3, I wanted to understand how the hospitality world worked. In these years, I have been working on brand development about our brand awareness. We were born back in 2012, 4 facilities. Now we have 12. So we are a developing brand, particularly in the last few years. We have added in 5 new facilities into our portfolio. And all the know-how I have had access to in these past years is actually very useful. But I believe that in the hospitality world, this is an on-job learning system, because you learn day after day. It's all new, dynamic days. Customers do vary, and you always learn something new. Quite often, Italian groups have the brand of the stronger hotel in the brand umbrella. Our collection, what do you want to use to impress? Our collection or the names of the brands? Well, our goal for sure is, in the coming 3 to 5 years, to have the Our Collection Hotels brand emerge, stand out. Currently, our single facilities are much stronger because they are all historical facilities, geolocalized in high destinations. Our beating heart is on Lake Como, and my grandfather actually came from there. We are in the Portofino coast in Rapallo, Valle d'Aosta, Courmayeur-la Tuile. We are geolocalized in top destinations which are renowned all over the world, with historical hotels that have their own history. So when the Our Collection brand was born, we didn't want to totally cancel the historical character of our facilities, because they are our strength. However, in the long term, our goal is to provide more strength to the umbrella brand for our customers traveling all around our facilities to perceive a leitmotif, a fil rouge in between them. We are currently developing on that, and the goal is to be acknowledged in the next 5 years, mostly at international level. Additional openings, what about, well, Italy is quite a hype destination. You are only in the center north of Italy. What are you looking at? In the coming 2 to 3 years, we are considering new openings in urban destinations, leisure sites, however, like Venice, Florence, and Rome. We are oriented in the pipeline with a few, 2, 3 openings there. So urban leisure destinations, not totally leisure destinations like the ones you currently have. Also to compensate and de-seasonalize, correct, of course. We are aiming at maximizing costs and create de-seasonalization. What about your model? Is that similar to the Baglioni one, where they have the ownership of the assets? Are you opportunistic, investing, or only management? No, we're opportunistic. As a matter of fact, currently we have both owned facilities and not owned facilities. In the coming years, we are considering management most. What about the size? All sizes are medium to small. All our facilities are below 100 rooms, because our largest hotel has 100 rooms. On average, we have about 70 rooms for a hotel. Yours is a quite recently established group. Could you exploit all the synergies of a united group, or are there still some different areas of management, because hotels are historical ones? Well, you can always do better. For sure, we are exploiting both our skills and facilities as well, but for sure we can maximize furthermore all what we have. One of our goals, for instance, is the structuring. We are getting structured. Before we had fewer hierarchical profiles. At the moment, instead, we do have a director of sales, a revenue manager, a marketing manager. So we are growing and we have to get structured. Before, it was almost all a family business. I, my two brothers, and my father. But now we have to get structured because that's a consequence of growing. We talked about food before with Baglioni. They are aiming at partnerships. What's your take on food and beverage? We actually do focus on the food and beverage world. We have no partners. Not now. At the moment, our goal is to provide good catering services, good food and beverage services. We have a variety of options. We have a concept in all our facilities which is quite traditional, local, Italian. Our customers mostly come from abroad, 70%. So it's paramount for us to provide this Italian experience. That's what characterizes our art collection brand, starting from the visual effects, the perfumes you can actually feel inside our facilities, the music. It's all based on made in Italy effects, and also food and beverage is paramount for us.
Il nostro tocco di italiano.
So we want to provide this Italian touch. Clear. And talking about the future, you said you are getting structured. What's the size you are aiming at before saying, okay, now it's a well-structured group that can take up new projects? Well, we are making lots of steps forward, but always quite cautious because we are alone. So we grow, but we grow by paying attention because we know that costs in the hospitality world is mostly the one devoted to staff. We must take careful steps ahead, and for sure,
Il range comunque che ci siamo dati.
the range we actually defined. Well, since we have 4 new facilities, 3 under management and 1 also purchased, it is then fundamental for us to make the right steps. And as I said, we do have those additional 2-3 openings, so we'll have them to stop. And we have to get stronger and more consolidated. You're a family business, so 3 siblings. What are your roles? We are equally divided. We do not discuss because we all like different things. I do work on the brand communication, PR, sales part. My elder brother works with maintenance, human resources, and suppliers, while my younger brother, who's not so young, but he's turning 30, so he has the technological part. Evolution from that point of view is paramount in the hospitality sector. We have to keep up to date with artificial intelligence, as we said yesterday, and we have lots of new software. It's important to test it to understand what's most appropriate for us specifically. So he works on IT and the technological part, and then Dad. Okay, the big boss. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, David. It was my pleasure. Bye.